Time is the most precious gift we have. Yet, so many of us let it slip away without realizing its true value. We fill our days with distractions, busyness, and empty routines, only to look back and wonder where the hours went. But what if wasting time isn't just about being unproductive? What if it's something deeper, something that keeps us from living with purpose, joy, and fulfillment? This isn't about guilt or self-criticism. It's about awakening to how we use our moments, because every second is a chance to grow, connect, and create meaning. When we waste time, we aren't just losing minutes. We're missing opportunities to nurture our hearts, minds, and relationships. The real cost isn't in what we didn't do, but in what we could have become. So let's explore what it truly means to waste time and how we can turn each day into a step toward a richer, more intentional life. Wasting time is neglecting meaningful priorities. Life is filled with countless possibilities and demands on our attention. We are constantly bombarded with information, tasks, and opportunities. In this whirlwind, it becomes easy to lose sight of what truly matters. When we speak of neglecting meaningful priorities, we are talking about the things that resonate deeply with our values, the actions that bring us a sense of purpose, and the connections that nourish our souls. Imagine a seed that holds the potential for a beautiful flower. If we neglect to water it, to provide it with sunlight, and to protect it from harm, that potential remains unfulfilled. Similarly, within each of us lies the potential for kindness, wisdom, and inner peace. When we prioritize fleeting distractions or superficial pursuits over cultivating these qualities, we are essentially neglecting the seeds of our own growth. Think about the relationships that bring you joy and support. Are you investing time and energy in nurturing these connections? Consider your aspirations for personal growth and learning. Are you dedicating time to activities that expand your mind and heart? Reflect on the values that guide your life. Are your daily actions aligned with these principles? When we consistently choose to spend our time on things that do not contribute to these meaningful aspects of our lives, we are, in essence, wasting the precious opportunity to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. This isn't about constantly striving or being busy. It's about consciously choosing where we direct our energy and attention, ensuring that it flows towards what truly holds value in the grand tapestry of our existence. It's spending hours on distractions without growth. In our modern world, distractions are everywhere. From the constant notifications on our phones to the endless stream of entertainment at our fingertips, it's easy to get caught in a web of fleeting pleasures that offer little lasting value. Spending hours scrolling through social media, binge television shows, or engaging in other mindless activities can feel like a harmless way to unwind. However, when these distractions become our primary way of occupying our time, we may find ourselves feeling a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction. Growth, in a spiritual sense, comes from engaging with the world and ourselves in a meaningful way. It involves learning, reflecting, and cultivating positive qualities like patience, compassion, and understanding. When we consistently choose distractions over activities that foster this growth, we are essentially putting our lives on hold. Imagine a river that is constantly diverted into small, stagnant pools. It loses its momentum and its ability to flow towards the vast ocean. Similarly, Our lives can become stagnant when we are constantly pulled away from opportunities for learning and self-discovery. This doesn't mean we should never relax or enjoy ourselves. Rest and recreation are important for our well-being. However, it's about finding a balance and being mindful of how we are spending our time. Are we using distractions as a way to avoid facing uncomfortable emotions or responsibilities? Are we missing out on opportunities to connect with ourselves and the world around us on a deeper level? By becoming aware of our patterns of distraction, we can begin to make conscious choices about how we want to spend our time, choosing activities that nourish our minds and hearts rather than simply filling empty moments. It's avoiding responsibilities that bring progress. Life inevitably presents us with responsibilities, both big and small. These might include our work, our family commitments, our personal health, or even our inner work of cultivating positive qualities. While it can sometimes feel easier to avoid these responsibilities, especially when they seem challenging or uncomfortable, doing so often hinders our progress and leads to a sense of stagnation. Progress, in this context, isn't solely about achieving external goals. It also encompasses our inner development, our ability to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and resilience, and our growth as compassionate human beings. When we avoid responsibilities, we are essentially delaying our own growth. Imagine a student who avoids studying for an important exam. They might feel a temporary sense of relief, but ultimately they will likely face the consequences of their inaction. Similarly, when we avoid our responsibilities in life, whether it's addressing a difficult relationship, taking care of our health, or working towards a meaningful goal, we may experience short-term comfort, but ultimately miss out on opportunities for learning and growth. This doesn't mean we should constantly push ourselves to the point of exhaustion. It's about recognizing the difference between healthy rest and avoidance. Sometimes we might avoid responsibilities out of fear of failure or discomfort. Other times, it might be due to a lack of motivation or clarity about our goals. By understanding the reasons behind our avoidance, we can begin to address these underlying issues and cultivate a more proactive approach to life. Embracing our responsibilities, even when they are challenging, allows us to develop valuable skills, build confidence, and move forward on our path of personal and spiritual growth. Procrastination often disguises wasted time. Procrastination, the act of delaying or postponing tasks, is a common human experience. We might put off doing our work, making important decisions, or even engaging in activities that we know would be beneficial for us. While it might seem like we are simply delaying something, procrastination often disguises a deeper form of wasted time. When we procrastinate, we are not truly at rest or engaged in something meaningful. Instead, we are often caught in a state of mental unease, knowing that we have something we should be doing, but choosing not to. This can lead to feelings of stress, guilt, and anxiety, effectively wasting our mental and emotional energy. Imagine a car idling in neutral. It's not moving forward, but it's still consuming fuel. Similarly, when we procrastinate, we are expending our mental energy without making any real progress. We might spend time worrying about the task we are avoiding, or we might engage in other activities as a way to distract ourselves from it. This not only prevents us from accomplishing what we need to do, but also robs us of the opportunity to be fully present and engaged in whatever we are doing. Understanding the reasons behind our procrastination is the first step towards overcoming it. Sometimes we procrastinate because we feel overwhelmed by a task. Other times, it might be due to a fear of failure or a lack of motivation. By identifying the root cause, we can begin to develop strategies to address it. This might involve breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, setting realistic goals, or simply committing to starting the task for a short period of time. By taking conscious steps to overcome procrastination, we can free up our mental energy and create more time for activities that truly matter to us. Excessive leisure without purpose leads to stagnation. Leisure and relaxation are essential for our well-being. They allow us to recharge our batteries, reduce stress, and enjoy the fruits of our labor. However, when leisure becomes excessive and lacks a sense of purpose, it can lead to stagnation and a feeling of emptiness. Imagine a pond that has no inflow or outflow of water. It becomes stagnant, and nothing can thrive in it. Similarly, when our lives are filled with endless leisure without any meaningful engagement or contribution, we can begin to feel stagnant and unfulfilled. Purpose gives direction and meaning to our lives. It provides us with a sense of motivation and a reason to get up in the morning. When we engage in activities that align with our purpose, whether it's pursuing a passion, helping others, or contributing to something larger than ourselves, we experience a sense of fulfillment and growth. Excessive leisure, on the other hand, can lead to a lack of motivation and a feeling that our lives are lacking in meaning. This doesn't mean we should never relax or enjoy our free time. It's about finding a balance between leisure and purposeful activity. How do we define purpose in our lives? It might be related to our work, our hobbies, our relationships, or our spiritual practice. It could be as simple as wanting to be a kind and compassionate person. By reflecting on our values and what truly brings us joy and meaning, we can begin to identify our purpose and align our actions accordingly. This might involve volunteering our time, pursuing a creative endeavor, or simply being more present and engaged in our daily lives. By infusing our lives with purpose, we can transform leisure from a passive way to fill time into an active opportunity for rejuvenation and growth. Time wasting is failing to invest in self-improvement. Life is a journey of continuous learning and growth. We are constantly evolving, and each moment presents us with an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. Self-improvement, in this context, encompasses various aspects of our being, including our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It involves cultivating positive qualities, overcoming negative habits, and expanding our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. When we fail to invest time in self-improvement, we are essentially missing out on opportunities to grow and evolve. Imagine a gardener who never tends to their garden. The plants might wither and die, and the garden will not reach its full potential. Similarly, when we neglect our own inner growth, we may find ourselves feeling stuck, unhappy, or unfulfilled. Investing in self-improvement can take many forms. It might involve reading books, learning new skills, practicing mindfulness or meditation, engaging in therapy, or simply taking time for self-reflection. It's about consciously choosing activities that help us to grow and develop as individuals. This doesn't mean we need to constantly strive for perfection or be overly critical of ourselves. It's about approaching self-improvement with kindness and compassion, recognizing that growth is a gradual process with its ups and downs. By dedicating time to self-improvement, we are not only benefiting ourselves, but also those around us. As we cultivate positive qualities like patience, compassion, and wisdom, we become better partners, friends, family members, and members of society. We are also better equipped to navigate the challenges of life with greater resilience and understanding. Therefore, seeing time spent on self-improvement not as a luxury, but as an essential investment in our overall well-being is crucial for living a fulfilling and meaningful life. It's engaging in activities that lack fulfillment. We all engage in various activities throughout our day, from work and chores to hobbies and social interactions. Some of these activities leave us feeling energized, inspired, and fulfilled, while others might leave us feeling drained, empty, or even resentful. Engaging in activities that consistently lack fulfillment can be a significant way we waste our precious time. Fulfillment comes from activities that align with our values, tap into our strengths, and provide us with a sense of purpose or meaning. It's about feeling connected to something larger than ourselves, whether it's through our work, our relationships, or our creative pursuits. When we spend a significant amount of time on activities that don't provide this sense of fulfillment, we may experience feelings of dissatisfaction, boredom, or even burnout. Imagine someone working in a job that they find meaningless and uninspiring. They might go through the motions each day, but they are unlikely to feel a sense of satisfaction or accomplishment. Similarly, spending hours engaging in superficial social interactions or pursuing materialistic goals that don't resonate with our deeper values can leave us feeling empty despite the time invested. Identifying activities that bring us genuine fulfillment requires self-reflection and honesty. What are the things that truly make us feel alive and engaged? What are our passions and interests? What kind of impact do we want to have on the world? By asking ourselves these questions, we can begin to align our time and energy with activities that bring us a sense of purpose and joy. This might involve making changes in our career, pursuing a new hobby, volunteering for a cause we care about, or simply spending more time with loved ones. It's about consciously choosing how we spend our time, ensuring that it is aligned with what truly nourishes our souls and brings us lasting fulfillment. Misusing time reflects unaligned goals or values. The way we spend our time is a powerful indicator of our true priorities and values. We might say that certain things are important to us, but if our actions don't reflect those words, then our true priorities lie elsewhere. Misusing time, in this sense, is often a reflection of unaligned goals or values. Imagine someone who says that their health is a top priority, but consistently spends their time engaging in unhealthy habits and neglecting exercise. Their actions reveal that, despite their words, health might not be as high on their priority list as they claim. Similarly, if we value creativity and self-expression, but spend most of our free time passively consuming entertainment, our actions suggest that these values are not truly guiding our daily choices. When our goals and values are not aligned with how we spend our time, We may experience a sense of inner conflict or dissatisfaction. We might feel like we are not living up to our potential, or that our lives lack direction. This misalignment can lead to feelings of frustration, regret, and a sense that we are wasting our precious time. The first step towards aligning our time with our goals and values is to gain clarity about what truly matters to us. What are our long-term aspirations? What kind of person do we want to be? What values do we want to guide our lives? By taking the time for self-reflection and introspection, we can identify our core values and set meaningful goals that are in harmony with them. Once we have this clarity, we can begin to examine how we are currently spending our time and identify areas where there is a misalignment. This might involve making conscious choices to reduce time spent on activities that don't align with our goals and values, and to prioritize activities that do. It's about taking responsibility for how we use our time and making conscious choices that reflect our deepest aspirations for a meaningful and fulfilling life. By understanding these various facets of what it means to waste time from a spiritual perspective, we can begin to cultivate a more mindful and intentional approach to how we live our lives. This isn't about being constantly busy or striving for perfection. It's about recognizing the preciousness of each moment and consciously choosing to invest our time and energy in ways that contribute to our growth, well-being, and the well-being of others. By aligning our actions with our values and embracing the opportunities for learning and connection that each day brings, we can move towards a life filled with purpose, meaning, and lasting fulfillment.